For the record, today is September 24, 2025. The Master of the Universe, who is the Almighty Eternal Father of all human race, and my Divine Father, asked me to speak in the area of aviations, medical field, and financial, the banking system, which is the banking system also involved with this scamming. Okay, but let me get this out first. I would like to introduce myself so you know my identity and my authority over to speak in this video. I do not look to the teleprompter. I do not have a note. It just comes from the above into my head, and the high power instantly transforming on earthly level into the human language and come out to my mouth. I am a female. Revealed in the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 26 and 27. I am a youngest in the divine family of three divine person. The Master of the Universe is the Almighty Eternal Supernatural Power that has no beginning, no end, because His power always exists throughout the universe. And this power creates all things and living creatures throughout the universe, include the earth, human race. You have to understand that government do not own anything. Government do not create anything. Government are the officials that choose by the people, by the taxpayer. And taxpayers are the ones that pay their salary. They are the public servant. So they have to back up. They cannot in the way that make you to follow what their direction. Because their direction, I can tell you right now, the White House location is at the central, the world central command of Saturn. That's why all the wars, WARS, throughout the earth, many countries, initially created by the America. Now it's ex-America from the White House. So my Divine Father, which is your Almighty Father, order you, do not follow and believe anything come out from the White House, regardless whom. I speak that everybody from the White House, whoever claimed to be the president, which is the America no longer exists, because Bible prophecy said America not found in the end time event, which is the America at the country existence already terminated end. Okay? Let me go to the aviation. You probably see already a lot of aviation problem. Aircraft problem. Aircraft crash. The flight attendant disagree and flight the flight canceled because of the weather, and you see that tragic flood in Texas and fire in Los Angeles on January 7, 2025, right in the same exactly the day the new earth came out of heaven. Supernatural power completely descended on earth. So now let me bring in the evidence here. You ride the cars. You have a problem. You can pull over to the side of the street. But when the airplane in the air flying, you cannot pull over like the car to the side of the street and fix. But instead, in the aircraft, you have a passengers. In the commercial airline have a passenger, and private aircraft has the people in there. Anything happen, number of people die, hurt. Airplane, turbulent, shock, people got hurt. Because the evil power in the air that affecting human mind and word and physical body. You have to understand this. Without power, nothing exists. I'm speaking about two kinds of power. Almighty, eternal, supernatural power, which is the master of the universe I just spoke. Now, he did not do all the work. He created two souls in Genesis 1, 26, 27. He created two souls, male and female. These two he created from himself. These two are fully divine and fully human. Now, he only created two souls. And these two souls, supernatural power, do all the work throughout the universe. That's why it said God as we and our and us. There's only one almighty, eternal, supernatural power. There are no such of we, our, and us. The we, our, and us speak about the two human souls, which is one male and one female. The male came as Jesus, full man. He came and he left the world. And the female is Mariette, Do-Nguyen, which is me. That's how I know all this. That's the way I came from. Now, supernatural power creates all things. And their second power is the man-made power. For example, like engine, motor, those kind of the human power. But the human power still require the supernatural power involved, which is through the human work, human mind, human physical body to create this man-made power. You see what I'm saying? Now, the government did not have supernatural power to create the earth. So the government, only the public servant, you don't have to listen to them. You are listen to the creation law. The creation law is the one that everyone, without exception, must comply. The creation law summarized throughout the Bible, Old Testament, New Testament, and the book of Revelation. Written in symbolism language, it's very hard to understand. That's why the spiritual minister in all religion, including, I say all religion, including Christian or denomination, they fail understand the creation law because they fail to know who is the Almighty Creator. They fail to understand Genesis chapter 1 verse 26 and 27. They created law from themselves and they misled the people. That's why the government violate creation law everywhere. That's why the world is so broken. That's why so much war everywhere. I just spoke about aviation already, okay? So human mind need to live, the people need to live under creation law, to fix the aircraft correctly, and to verify or do inspection of the aircraft correctly to avoid the problem. You see that aviation. For the airport have to be completely fulfill all required to be open as an airport. The very important thing is the runway. The runway must be perfect because beside the collision in the air, on the ground, the aircraft only collide each other on the runway. So the runway must always perfect condition to speak, to qualify as the airport. I find out from Dominican Republic, the airport called El Roma. They charge for clear runway. In another word, that every time the aircraft take off, have to pay to the airport. So I am not sure how they clear the runway. Are there some block in the runway? They have to come out and move it to the side there so for the aircraft to take off. If those are blocked on the runway, and how the airplane come land without accident. You see what I'm saying? And the problem with them is in Dominican Republic. They charge for clear the runway. They only give you number of day. If you or a number of hours, if you not take off, they are going to charge you again. I have to pay twice for my Airbus 319-100 to take off out of La Ramona, Dominican Republic airport. Continue into the Mexico. Mexico is a very dangerous place. I can tell you right now, my Airbus accidentally have to do the emergency landing in the airport it called Saltillo, Saltillo. And you know what happened? They charged me 4 times already for clear the runway. Each time $350. I don't know how long, or 2 hours or 2 days. And if my Airbus did not take off, they charge me second time. And they charge me third time. And they charge me 4 times. So 4 times $350 each time. And now, 2 days ago, they tell me that I have to pay 50 times, another $350. Who gave it to me? Who is in charge of my Airbus? The Army Judge, Advocate General, Lieutenant General Stuart W. Rich. I knew him for 2 years. For 2 years, he had done nothing that I found that he did wrong. He very clear with me, everything, very document, very clear. So I trust him 100% of whatever he gave it to me. He did really good report. You understand that? Lawyer and judge. JAG. That's a military label them. Or their title, not label, their title. They're very careful. In the Airbus was my predestined spouse. The final last top commander of U.S. force and NATO resolute support mission in Afghanistan. He was nominated by Donald Trump, the United States Senator body, confirmed and deploy him to Afghanistan in September 2018. The politic evil got him. Immediately he stepped his foot on the ground of Afghanistan. At that time was a Democrat against Republican. Already planned through CIA operative to assassinate him. The fourth assassination to kill the legal deployment General Austin Scott Miller was in October 16, 2018. You see that? You know how the politic, the America country kills soldier. By the time back there, Donald Trump ordered and assassinate several American soldiers, United Nations peacekeeping in Afghanistan. This happened. The commander of the investigation unit was my brother, Army Brigadier General Donald Wood. Do you see that? And of today, on the death certificate was November 7, 2018, that my brother, after beat up, lay in the hospital alone. He never married. Never married. He leaves me at the neck of kin. You see how the military in America that evil. And now you tell me, few days ago, that Donald Trump, the one that possessed by Satan, and tell the whole world that Tylenol generate autism. That's a liar. Tylenol did not generate autism. Autism is inherited through the blood of the man and the woman through the man's sperm and the woman's age. It's the evil power. That's what it is. It's not the Tylenol that generate autism. Donald Trump destroyed the Tylenol company. Good service that provide to the people. I am taking Tylenol. I do take Tylenol. So stop that evil. Say that Tylenol causes autism. Donald Trump knows nothing. He possessed by Satan. He creates all the mass deportation. Yes, I agree. Everyone come to other country have to be legal. But mass deportation separate the family. Called chaos in the family. The children. That's an evil work. That's Satan work. It's not God work. And now his eyes everywhere and shooting. You see how the devil work both sides? See, the devil gives you and the devil hurt you at the same time. That's what they call devil is cunning. Now, Santino Airport required to be closed. All the airports throughout the earth that do not have correct requirement for runway, but have to collect money to clear the runway from aircraft must be closed. The Master of Universe already gave it to me. For me to give it to International Court Justice. The President, the Honorable Judge, Nawaz Salam, you hear me? The Master of Universe order you as the President of the International Court of Justice and other judge to close all the airports that have to collect money for clear the runway. Close all of them until if they able to rebuild their runway sufficiently, and they have to report it to me. I gotta go down and see it. They cannot open without my approval because I am my queen of the divine kingdom, supernatural power, and Jesus the Messiah, supernatural power, create the earth. And now I'm only one on earth. The estate of the Master of Universe already transferred to me by Jesus before he died on the cross. So I am holding ownership legally, and I have a physical custody of the whole earth. You have to get permission from me, and I am not going to give in. I comply. I enforce creation law. And the order or the instruction from the Master of the Universe given to me. Because he created my soul from himself. I'm in one with him. All the day he tell me, daughter, you are a divine daughter. You are only one on earth of the divine family. Your heart, you're the only one have the physical heart. So your father, I address him as my father. Your father, your divinity, and your brother, the Messiah, reside within your heart. He's talking about my physical heart. That's what he said. So I always to make sure that I say things exactly what he asked me to say. So he tell me, when you speak, your Father speak through you. Because the word don't hear your Father. They thought that your Father never exists. Your brother was on earth, teach them. He did not give them in detail of your Father existence. So he say, if I tell you thing on earth, you don't believe in me. If I tell you thing in heaven, you're not going to believe in me. That's what my brother Jesus say. He say, refer to thing in heaven. He mean the power, the supernatural power, the existing of the Almighty internal supernatural power. That the world religion name him as God, Almighty God, Yahweh, Allah, whatever the name. There's a stand-up name out there people refer to this Almighty eternal supernatural power, which is a part of me. I am a part of that. Now, autism is inherited, or physical born deformed inherited. It cannot be healed completely. It can heal to certain level and gradually will heal. But you understand, power don't die. Power only transform. You're talking about COVID. When you got the evil power of the COVID substance in you, it stay in you. The vaccine only suppress the symptom. From that symptom, transform to a different symptom. Vaccinate for children. This kind of vaccinate, that kind of vaccinate. It depends on the child, the people, heritage, what your ancestor done back then. In Vietnam have all said, the father ate a lot of salt, and the children will drink tons of water. It means the father did evil. The children have to be purified. You see, that's what that means. Or in the Vietnamese also say, the blessing is from the mother. See, if the mother did not live the life correctly under creation law, the children are going to be bad. Do not complain about educator. Not their job to raise your kid. You, men and women, fathers and mother, you brought them on it. You your responsibility to raise them physically and spiritually. If you don't want to comply with creation law, fertilize and multiply on Genesis chapter 1. Let them have sex. Don't bring sex at satisfy your physical body. The devil get in. The devil get in all of you. For focus on sex, money, and power. That's where the devil kill you. You can earn the whole thing on earth, but you lose your eternal lives in heaven. What you earn? You earn down to hell. You go down to hell right at the bottom of the hell. That's what it is. I speak exactly what it is. I am not sugarcoat. I don't need famous on earth. I do not need money on earth. I don't need position on earth because I already have everything. I am my supernatural power of Queen of the Divine Kingdom created all this. So I am given to you the real truth of what my divinity been working with. That's what I'm telling you. Now I am speaking to FAA, a director in the Mexico, the Honorable Andrew Eichland. Let me spell his last name. A-I-G-L-A-N-D. That's his last name. I've been writing to him so many. Well, he responded to me one. That's how I got his name correctly. General Miller did not give me correctly his name. So anyway, but since I wrote to him for about 2 months, he still cannot solve the issue of the Aviation Authority in the not qualified as the airport in Saltillo. My airport's still stuck there. I'm speaking to you now, Honorable Andrew Iceland. You have the job to get my Airbus out of Mexico airspace tomorrow. When you back the office, you already told Army Judge, Advocate General, Lieutenant General Stuart Rich. You already also told General Austin Scott Miller that you was out of town 3 days ago. But when you're back on Thursday, which is tomorrow, you will take care of that. I am expecting you to force my Airbus out of Saltillo. Because Saltillo is not qualified as an airport. It has to be closed. I will have International Court of Justice to close. Now I'm coming to Colombia, Mexican, illegal drug and sex trafficking cartel. Ha! The lamb really fighting. The Donald Trump paid at least several $7 million through very secret channel, paid to the Saltillo Aviation Director. His name is Lick Guzman Rodrigo. And this guy, against the Almighty God, against Jesus at the Messiah, against my divinity, he hated me, which is confirmed to me by the Master of the Universe spoke to Prophet Benjamin. Benjamin don't know what I'm doing. But Benjamin sent me an email. I received in the same day that Lick Guzman, L-I-C, Guzman, Rodrigo, hit me, spoke to Captain Venzi Clem Safari. I still had an email. I have evidence. I don't speak without evidence. I am the spirit of the truth. Everything I say, 100% true. So you, Honorable Andrew, you must keep your promise to Honorable Active Duty General Austin Scott Miller and the Army Judge Advocate Lieutenant General Stewart. Tomorrow, Thursday, September 25th, you have to get my Airbus out of Mexico airspace. I told you that. I own this word, okay? I own this word. You need to tell the FAA in Washington to strike up. Otherwise, the aviation gonna get worse. Which I say that, but I know it's gonna get worse. Because I already saw the evil power. All the evil power have to be cleaned up. It's called the New Earth purification. The New Earth come out of heaven. New Earth revealed in Book of Revelation, chapter 21, verse 1 to 6. I am speaking out of the Bible here. I'm not making up anything. I dare make up anything. Because the Master of the Universe reside in His center, reside in my heart. He's throughout the universe, but His center is here. He is the one that speaks to me. He's just looking at me right there. Medication. Medication alone will not heal physical body. Because a medicine will not heal. You need power, which is the Almighty God power. Work through the medication to heal you. But you need to understand that any kind of power depends on how you live your daily life and how you inherit it. When the power in you, no medication can end it. It only transforms from one symptom to another symptom. That's what they call side effect when you take medication. Scientists, you need to come see me. I will help you because the scientist does not have the authority. Scientists still, this head of scientists still depend on supernatural power to do research. Remember that. I admire the woman that testified before Congress a few days ago. She's not going to sign any document without data. I agree with her. I give you an A, whoever you are. I saw you, but I just don't pay attention to your name because there are too many things that I need to get in. So now let me repeat it again. The financial institution does not matter. You are in the United States or you are in Netherlands or you in Australia or you in France or wherever you at. You are the institution that the people place trust in you to deposit their money in your bank. You have to make sure the money is safe. You charge people interest for the loan. Yeah, you have to. I agree with you that. Oh yeah, I agree with you that. But when you hold people money, you have to pay them interest. The Citibank in Netherlands hold my $1,650,000 deposit in Citibank. But the evidence I got from International Court Chief of Justice President, September 5th, 2025, they already gave me the fund of the debit card. In another word, that on that day, the Citibank in Netherlands already have possession of my $1,650,000. They are earned profit from my money. And today is 25th, 20 days. Let's talk about 25% annual interest. I have at least $25,000. They refuse to pay me. And they charge me $200 for process of opening the account. And they was telling me that I have to pay another $520. Forget the document because I'm not a citizen of Netherlands. Hey, I own this earth. I don't have to be citizen of any country. I own this earth. Our government operating on the land that I own. And you tell me to pay you because I'm not your citizen? Look back. And then I say, okay, put it in the Bitcoin wallet for me. They charge me $750. Citibank, you having a lot of problem with the in the foreign country. That's just the Netherlands that I'm speaking. I will go see Citibank locally. They're in their mesa right there. And I have them to contact the global Citibank and see what they can tell me. And now I'm going to another Citibank in Australia. The CEO of Citibank in Australia contacted me. Tell me there is $550 million in my name. Well, he sent me document. And he even gave it to me, the remittance department, to do the transfer. Well, the remittance department, that day was telling me that I have to pay $2,000 something for document. I'm not paying that. But the thing here is that there's for all the scammers. They say send to them by Western Union, gift card. This one, he gave me a private bank account for me to send $2,200 something, which is given to me, and he also sent me his driver's license. So that given to me that Citibank is a real. Because if they are fake, if they scam, they're not going to give you their bank account. They use somebody else's bank account for you to send them money. But this remittance, the last name is Hoffman. He gave me his bank account information for me to pay. But I'm not going to pay it. And the CEO and the lawyer, I said, I'm not going to pay it. You're going to take that $2,000 something from the $520 million. You put in a suspense. bank account, get the document. So when the document comes back, you deduct it from that $520 million. And another one from Citibank in Australia. And someone named, I don't know, says $12 million with Citibank. They give me document. Yep, document, signature. My divine Father tell me that $12 million is real. But the document they make, it's not real. I can tell. The money is real because it's from UN. The president of IC tell me that is a fake money. I know what is a real, what is a fake. You see what I'm saying? Now I'm going to more here. A lot of people being scammed, lose hundred or thousand of dollars, no million of dollars because of scammer. So I'm telling you now, please, I gonna issue an order. Everyone receive inheritance, deduct all the cost of the document from the money. The receiver will pay zero from receiver. That's what I am going to do. That will end scam. That's what I'm gonna do. I found on Facebook this lady put the comment on the video that General Miller was speaking in Afghanistan. She said her mother, elderly, lost over $700,000 because got scammed. Love scam. You see what I'm saying? This have to end. Illegal work have to end because illegal work kill you. Okay, now I repeat it. Aviation globally, financial institution globally, medical field globally, no more drug and sex trafficking cartel operation. I'm speaking out with the method universe, almighty power. And that gonna have to be done. Thank you. Goodbye.